What's up everyone, my name is Ron from Comics and Stuff, and for today's episode we are going over the Green Goblin and Mary Jane Watson Spider-Man animated series 2-pack. And as with all these animated series figures, guys, you know it comes in that awesome nostalgic VHS packaging, and this one is no different. In fact, I think this one is particularly cool because I do love that artwork. It represents the animated series very well, with Green Goblin throwing the pumpkin and Mary Jane, Spider-Man logo up there, Marvel Comics logo. It is plastic-free packaging and of course brought to you by Hasbro. To the side, now don't get me wrong guys, this is where my small little gripe is. First of all, I do like it is 2 cassette tapes. It does make it look nice, and of course it's got to be a little bit wider, and that just makes sense. But what I don't like, guys, is this. Like, I would have preferred the faces to be up here. Get rid of these all together in order to have some space and enlarge it and put the Marvel Comics logo, just for the sake of uniformity. I mean, yeah, if that was done, it would have looked a whole lot better. But anyway, it's a small gripe, but I do dig these packages. At the other side, we got the Spider-Man logo, Green Goblin, Mary Jane Watson, and you do got the Marvel Comics logo. At the bottom, plastic-free packaging and all of that. To the top, Spider-Man logo, and to the back, legalities barcode, as well as product shots of the Green Goblin and Mary Jane Watson figures. Spider-Man logo up there, Marvel Comics, as well as Marvel. But now that we went through the package and all of that, let's open it up and check out the figure. Alright, and here is the Green Goblin figure outside of the package, guys. And I decided to go with him first because he got a number of accessories, at least more than Mary Jane, which is a little gripe, and I'll get into that later. But before we do, let's measure him in real quick. He stands at about 6 1/4 inches, which is not bad considering he got that hood up there. So let's go with these accessories, and the first thing we're gonna go is with this satchel, because we have seen it a number of times. I mean, I seen it in the Gambit action figure that came with the 3-pack. He was also with the long shot figure, but this time it's coming in green, and they only got one part painted, guys. Not even the buttons on the satchel itself are painted, which was at least painted with both the Gambit and the long shot. So I don't know if that was laziness. Yeah, it was laziness. Basically, it was laziness, guys. So I do like it. I do like the sculpt and everything. But yeah, guys, come on. Come on. What the heck was that? All right, next one we're going to go through is this pumpkin bomb. Got some nice translucent plastic in order to make that green smoke. It is painted orange, and for the most part, the paint is pretty spot on. However, some of the green does poke through, as you guys could see. So they should have repainted it or whatever it is in order for that not to happen. But all in all, I am happy with it. So that's a cool little piece. The second thing we're gonna go through finally is this Goblin glider. Now there are ports, there are slots for the feet, there is that head. It got a little bit of paint for the eyes. And for the most part, guys, it looks good. I mean, it's just purple plastic, and again, there is only the slightest of paints right there on the eyes. I'm not mad with it. In fact, I do like it. It does fit the figure pretty good. But what I really want to go through, guys, is this head. Now, this is something that I do like. There is the lines like how it was depicted in the cartoon and in the comics, you know. And in between those lines, there is paint in order to differentiate it from the plastic of the hair itself. There is texture all around, and I do think it looks pretty good. He got some gaunt features right there. Some nice dark eyeshadow. Got that grin like I'm Norman Osborn. Yeah, I'm not too mad with this face. In fact, I actually think they nailed the faces to both pretty good. Yeah, pretty dang good, if I do say so myself. Look at this Green Goblin. Beady eyes, and again, that grin makes it look menacing and crazy at the same time. That's what I'll say, guys, is that I got a lot of disappointments with this figure, but I do love the head sculpt, so that's cool. But now that we went through that, I'm gonna point out the disappointments because, yeah. First off, guys, this is a little gripe of mine because the top and the bottom part right here where the underwear is at, whatever, are not really the same color. I'm gonna take the box just to show you what I mean. I mean, even in the box, it's depicted as the same color. So why is the figure like this? Is there something I'm missing? Like, did he appear like this in the cartoon? I didn't see any, pictures before doing this review. So guys, let me know if that's the case. And when it comes to the body, you could tell it's dated. I mean, there are pins on it. If you guys are interested in that, maybe you guys don't mind it, but there are pins in it. There's no butterfly joints. There are wrinkles and stuff like that. There is no shading. There is no wash. Typical Hasbro stuff. There is a little bit slightest of paint right there on the buckle. But everywhere else is just basic plastic. And I'm going to say this about the plastic, guys. It is very gummy. Too gummy. Way too gummy. What is this? I mean, it's gummier than the Spiral figure. And I understand why the Spiral figure was gummy because it had a whole bunch of arms, a whole bunch of articulation. I don't understand why this one is so gummy. I really don't. Like, why did they cut the cost on the plastic? It feels really bad on hand. Overall, it got a matte look that I'm not disappointed with at all. But the gumminess throws me off big time. Yeah, I'm very disappointed with how it feels. It feels cheap. I'm very disappointed with whatever paint it got applied. I know it's going for a cartoon look, but it's still so bare bones. The face is its saving grace, basically, and the sculpt of it and all that, but nothing to bring that sculpt out. So, again, huge disappointment. But let's go with the articulation, guys, because who knows, the articulation might be superb. He does come in a in a ball and hinge. My bad, guys. Yeah, ball and hinge up there. So it allows him to, hold up, let's put it right there. Allows him to look up pretty good. That's not bad. Down, pretty good as well. Not bad at all. There is some tilt and you will get your rotation. Now, on the shoulders, you get basic. Again, guys, the plastic is so gummy. You gotta be a little careful because I feel like I'm just gonna warp it. Anyway, it does do a T-pose. You do have 360 capable movement. Bicep cut works just fine. And again, this plastic, guys, he got double jointed, pinned elbows that don't get you much range because of that glove. Again, you saw that, guys. There is a swivel and a hinge on the hands that work just fine. Ab crunch that allows you a little bit of forward, a bit of back with some ugly gappage. And let's check the forward. The forward doesn't have much gappage, but whatever. There is a waist cut that works just good. Legs could split up pretty dang far. Not bad. And of course, guys, again, the cheap plastic will allow you to flex it even more, but I'm not going to do that. Die cut works just well. And double jointed pinned knees that get you about that much range. There is also a boot cut hidden on top of the boot, which is how it's supposed to be. Ankles go up, yeah, just a tad. Back quite a bit, and you do get pivot. Now, I'm not gonna say it's horrible purchase because I have yet to go over the Mary Jane and the saving grace. I think about this Green Goblin right here. I do like the hand glider, and I do like the face, both faces. And this little pumpkin bomb and the satchel, but whatever. Anyway, now that we went through this figure, let's see what we get with the Mary Jane figure. All right, and now here we're at with the Mary Jane figure. And guys, I gotta say something. I do kind of like how it looks, and I'll get into it and everything like that. But first, let's just measure her in. She stands just a tad, the tiniest of tads, underneath 6 inches. I don't think that's bad for a Marvel Legends, but let's go to her accessories because, wow, like, wow, this is all she gets, guys. It's just one fist hand, and you know, the hands we're so used to seeing for females, a slightly open hand. She already comes with another slightly open hand there and a fist hand, so you guys could interest swap, make it look however combination that you want. But that's it. That's it. I mean, it's fair to say Green Goblin got the bulk of the accessories, but they really should have put an alternate head at least. I think an alternate head would have put this figure at least a little bit better, because I do like some stuff. I really do. Particularly the look. I don't know if it's the yellow mixed in with that color of her jeans and stuff, but it does look cartoony. I do like it. And when it comes to her face, I'm not mad at it. I think that looks like Mary Jane close enough. The lipstick is painted well. The eyes are painted well. There is no shading. There is no wash. But, you know, they're going for that cartoony look. And if you're thinking about any cell shading, well, there is the buttons that kind of miss the mark a little bit, but not really by much. So I'm not too mad at it. This is basically the only paint. That and over here, yeah, the rest is just a bare plastic, but I think it suits her better than Green Goblin. And let's just take a look at that face. Yeah, I do like the colors that they chose for this. I'm not mad with the colors, but I am super disappointed with the lack of accessories, because at least an alternate head. I mean, she's coming with Green Goblin. Let's say Green Goblin, you want to make a display where Green Goblin is chasing her or something and she's running away. Is she going to be running away smiling? I don't think so. Again, we're going to go with the cover. A little worried face would have done wonders to put this over the top. But anyway, she does seem to have a newer body than Green Goblin. So that's pretty cool. We'll get into it right now. Now here, she does come in a double ball peg. As you guys could see, doesn't give you too much range though. But because of how her head sits, it does allow you quite a bit of tilt. And you could look a bit down. But when it comes to looking up, yeah, the hair impedes it by a lot. And to tell you the truth, guys, I don't even really think it's the hair that impedes it, but how the ball is situated up there. You do get your swivel, and the hair doesn't seem to be impeded at all because it just moves over the shoulder, so you get some cool poses. So I do like how the hair was sculpted in order to take that into account, so I'm not mad at that. Shoulders go above T-pose, which is great. Full 360 works just fine. Single jointed elbow that gets you better than 90 degrees, so I'll take that. There is a swivel in there, swivel and a hinge on the hands that work just good. Now the diaphragm cut doesn't give you much forward at all, guys. Like, that's nothing. That's pretty much straight. Back, however, it does afford you some. You do get some tilt and rotation, which isn't bad. Now, when it comes to the legs, she's not going to do crazy splits, but for Mary Jane, I think that's pretty okay. Kicking forward, not even 90 degrees. She can't really kick straight. Back, just a tad. Thigh cut works just fine. Double jointed pinless knees that get you about that much. And now there is a cleverly hidden boot cut inside of the boot. I like that. I like that a lot. And her ankles go up like this, go back like that, and you do get pivot. Now, this one, guys, I can't really be too mad at it. I mean, the figure, I do like how it looks. It looks like a cartoon, but the lack of accessories puts it down quite a bit for me. Anyway, now that we went through Green Goblin and Mary Jane, let's see how they compare with other Marvel Legends. Alright, and for our first comparison, we're gonna have Green Goblin and Mary Jane here compared with each other. And guys, I'm not mad with this scaling at all. I mean, if they messed up this scaling, then something's really wrong. Green Goblin is supposed to be taller than Mary Jane. So with that being said, let's just head into our next comparison. Alright, and for this comparison, I just wanted to measure them up with some animated series figures. Not necessarily Spider-Man, but X-Men. On the left, we got Wolverine. And on the right, we got the animated series Cyclops. Now, the colors, the look, the overall cartoony feel works just fine. So if you guys want a shelf where there's just cartoon action figures and all that, I think they size up just well. And for our final comparison, here we got them with a couple of Spider-Man figures that I do have. On the left, we got the retro card symbiote Spider-Man, and on the right, we got the retro card Ben Reilly Spider-Man. Now, they're not the animated series or VHS figures or anything like that, but measuring them up with just scaling, I think looks good. How they look together with the different art styles, I still think it works. But let me know down in the comments. So in conclusion, although there's good things to this 2-pack, like the head sculpts are pretty damn good, and the Mary Jane figure isn't bad for what it is, the bad does outweigh the good. Like the Green Goblin body already feels outdated, and the gumminess to it makes it feel super cheap. Also, the Mary Jane figure could have benefited from extra accessories, especially a head sculpt. I mean, just that would have put this a little bit over the top. So am I disappointed with this 2-pack? Yeah, I kinda am a little. If you guys are interested in it though, I will leave a link down in the descriptions. If you guys enjoyed the video, hit the like, comment, and consider subscribing because all of that stuff helps out the channel. My name is Ron from Comics and Stuff, and I'll check you guys on the next episode. Peace.